says to us, come, he isn't calling us to himself to mess us up, to insult us, or to remind us of all the wrongs that we have done. He isn't calling us to give us a slap on our butts and say to us, you shouldn't have walked that way or that way. He is calling us to himself, and we should go to him in confidence, knowing that he cares, knowing that he loves us, knowing that the only thing he wants for us is for our good. Beloved brothers and sisters, how do you see Jesus? What's your experience of Jesus? Is he your protector? Has he been kind to you? Has he been loving towards you? Depending on how you experience him and how you see him, you will know whether you have the liberty, the freedom to run to Jesus and allow Jesus to quench whatever the thirst is you have in your soul. The prophet Isaiah says in Isaiah 55 verse 10 and rather verses 1 to 3, "Oh, come to the water, all you who are thirsty." And he says, when you come to the water, you don't have to bring money. You can buy whatever you want with nothing. And at the end of it, your soul will find rest. Not just your body, but your soul. The prophet Isaiah, from my text, the New Jerusalem Bible says, your soul will find rest. Because you see, our soul is made up of our memory, our understanding, and our wills. And the soul is that part of humankind that keeps a record of all the good, a record of all the bad. It's just in the soul that the memories of our past hurts, our disappointments, our failures, it's in our soul that these things reside. And from time to time, they keep popping up, sometimes making us feel shame, sometimes bringing guilt to us, sometimes allowing us to enter into self-pity so that we don't live in the freedom of children of God. So when Jesus says to us, come to me if you are thirsty, check your thirst. What's happening in your soul? Could you say with the songwriter, it is well with your soul? Or are there memories, painful, deep and dark memories that are lodged within your soul that you need to come to Jesus with, so that Jesus, as you come to him, will give you the waters of the Spirit, will heal your soul, will purify your soul, will cleanse your soul, will free your soul, and give you a new joy, a new hope, a new laughter, a new dance on your feet. When Jesus says to us, come, he does not mean stay away. He says, come. And he means for us to come, because there is nothing he will deny any of us. Let our fears therefore be removed. Let all our anxieties be thrown unto him. Come, my dear brothers and sisters, and find in him the freedom. When you don't know how to pray, Paul says in his letter to the Romans chapter 8, the Spirit of God comes and prays on your behalf. The Spirit of God makes intercession on your behalf. The Spirit of God cries out on your behalf. The Spirit of God, who knows the very depth of our being, searches our depth, and God responds. So when we come to Jesus and he gives to us the Holy Spirit, he is giving to us the helper that we need. The helper that we would need in any situation, present and situations to come. He is going to give you the helper that you need.